My name is Margaret Singleton and I'm acting head of Bisping High School. And on behalf of the staff, the students and the governors, I would like to welcome you here tonight. As you all know, Bisping should have been part of a federation with what was originally Beacon Hill and now is Unity College. The Secretary of State for Education, however, withdrew the funding for the rebuilding that went with the federation, and it was decided, therefore, that the two schools should remain separate. We must all view this with mixed feelings. There's now a lot of money that should have come to Blackpool to invest in the future of Blackpool children, which will now not come. And that places on us all, in both schools, a responsibility to build for your children the future that should have been theirs. Not with bricks and mortar, and not with the money that Mr. Gove has decided to use to pay off the famous deficit, but with respect, commitment, hard work, and intelligence. I make no apology for saying that the last of these is the most basic of all. There is no point in a stupid teacher, and no substitute for an intelligent teacher who knows the children and their needs and who respects them. This year, I reread To Kill a Mockingbird. I remembered it for its association with the American civil rights movement of the 60s, but actually, it is a much more profound book than that. The central character is a little girl, Scout, and the book delicately traces stages in her growing up. One of those stages is her first day at school. Her teacher, Miss Caroline, a pretty young woman, new to teaching, full of idealism and hope. Miss Caroline is, though, not to put too fine a point on it, not very bright. And Scout is confused by being made to learn her letters, confused because she already knows them and can, in fact, already read. She can't remember a time when she couldn't. Her father, Atticus Finch, taught both his children to read as soon as he thought they wanted to. She tells Miss Caroline that she can read, and Miss Caroline is horrified. Scout isn't supposed to read yet. It's not on the syllabus. Her father should be ashamed. This is truly stupid. And worse than that, Miss Caroline can't treat Scout as the independent little human being she is. She has to pigeonhole her as a typical Year 1 student because that's all her limited mind can deal with. Whatever we do at Bisping, I promise you, we won't behave like this. We start by respecting the children, knowing what they can do, and finding out what next they need to do. The jargon for this is assessment for learning. I think it's simple decency. And as I look to the future for Bisping, I see a school growing in size because I believe that what we have here is valuable and I want to share it. And I see a school which offers your children 3 things, which I offer to you as 3 promises. First, I promise that for every child who is willing to work with us, we offer the prospect of success. It is our job as teachers to find the nugget of gold in each child and polish it so that it gleams. Whether your child is academic or has gifts as a performer or as a sports person, whether they are individualists or team players, introverts or extroverts. Our job, whatever their ability, is to help them be the best they can be. And I promise you that we shall. Second, I promise that every child who comes to us will be cared for and helped to feel safe and valued. I don't mean this in a sloppy sense. We believe in challenging children, not in wet-nursing them. But growing up is not an easy thing to do, and we believe that every young person has the right to support in this difficult process. Third, I promise that every child who comes to us will feel that they belong. We are a community, we have a tradition and an ethos. We treat each other in a particular way that says, this is our school. It belongs to us and we to it. Each year, I go to the Year 11 Leavers Prom at the Imperial. And when I see all those beautiful young men and women in their finery, so close to adulthood, I feel very comforted that whatever they do, this school will in some sense be part of them for life. These are the things that I care about as head of this school. I'm proud of what we've achieved over the last 3 years and very conscious of the great trust I'm asking you to put in me and my colleagues when I ask you to place the next 5 years of your children's education in our hands.